What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in ahead of the weekly reset for the 28th of January, which of course is the final weekly reset of episode Revenant. And so in-game this week, probably a pretty standard one, but players will be glad to know we've got new content coming just next week, and of course we have reveals for Heresy this week, so we'll touch on that stuff, everything we can expect to see, but we'll also cover some updates regarding the end of this episode, additional info from Bungie, and then of course all of our activities and featured rewards for the week. But before we get into it today, guys, we have a special sponsor from the biggest brand to care about your cabals, and it's Manscaped. Manscaped have been creating quality men's grooming products for many years, and they're here to help you say goodbye to that winter scruff with their 2025 Beard and Balls bundle. So first up, we have the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. This trimmer has set new standards in grooming precision, featuring 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads which remove hair without you living in fear of nipping something sensitive. And that includes the precision trimmer blade and skin-safe foil for a close clean cut. But on top of that, the Lawnmower is a wireless and waterproof device which is great for shaving and cleaning, with up to 60 minutes of runtime and a helpful LED and battery indicator. So it's a great grooming tool, but this bundle also contains the beard hedger, and this is the perfect companion for sculpting facial hair with a titanium coated stainless steel blade and adjustable zoom wheel which can cut at 20 different lengths whether you want a clean look or to keep some stubble. This thing has you covered, and again, it's waterproof wireless Manscaped quality which you can travel lock for use literally anywhere. Even better, all Manscaped products have a 30-day money-back guarantee and free international shipping. So it's well worth looking at, and right now you can get a huge 20% off the bundle by using code Houndish20. Again, you'll get free shipping with that, so follow the link below to manscaped.com, use code Houndish20 at checkout, and thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring the video. Now though, as we get into the Destiny 2 stuff for this week, of course, one of the big things happening pretty much alongside the weekly reset will be the developer live stream for episode Heresy. So Bungie have said they want to give an in-depth preview of what's to come, and developers are ready to tell us firsthand about new activities, stories, and rewards for the episode. So Bungie's livestream will be held on January 28th at 10 AM Pacific time. I think that's 1 hour after the weekly reset this Tuesday. And on top of the previews for new content, Bungie have said everyone watching the live stream for at least 15 minutes will get the Scorned Organ emblem via a Twitch drop. So if you've got Twitch drop set up and linked to your Bungie account, there'll be some exclusive rewards. On top of that, players can earn the Golden Hour emblem by subscribing or gifting a sub to a Twitch channel playing Destiny before January 31st. So on top of the new content previews, an opportunity for some extra drops, and let us know if you'll be tuning into that on Tuesday. And otherwise, with it being the very final week of episode Revenant, keep in mind, we're still able to work on Slayer's Fang upgrades, Act 3 fieldwork, tonics, challenges, and whatever it may be. So if you want to get them wrapped up before the end of the episode, we have just a final few days to do so, although the Revenant content will stick around up until around the summer of this year. Additionally, in the tower, the Drifter will apparently get the last set of quests for past his prologue, so I think these are just going to be the same ones that Xur sold over this weekend. But if you missed out on any quests and you still want to make some progress towards Chatterwhite, the remaining past his prologue quests should show up at the Drifter on Tuesday, according to what Bungie have said. On the subject of Chatterwhite though, for those players who already unlocked it, Bungie had said we're aware that the Chatterwhite shader isn't appearing in collections, but it can be found and equipped by inspecting weapons and armor, going to the appearance screen, and scrolling to the very last page of the shader menu. For some reason, the shader shows up right at the end of the collection. And so it is obtainable, keep that in mind just in case you can't spot it when you first get it. For other content this week, I'm assuming we're going to see an XP boost for all of the core ritual playlists. We typically see that at the end of an episode, so should be a thing once again. Also remember, over on the Pale Heart, we'll see a refresh for some of the content, including the co-op missions, but on top of that, the Salvation's Edge raid and the Pinnacle drop for Excision. Onto playlist rewards though, the Nightfall this week should be the Corrupted, according to the rotation, and on top of that, Undercurrent is the featured weapon for the week, so another opportunity to pick that up. I think Bungie have said it's the final week that we'll be able to get Undercurrent before they inevitably reprise it at some point in the future, so be sure to keep that in mind. And otherwise, in terms of featured raids this week, we should have Last Wish, which of course drops 1,000 voices on top of the legendary loot pool. And in Throne World, we'll have Vow of Disciple featured as well. There we can pick up the Collective Obligation. And again, all of the rewards are completely farmable when it is featured, so a good week to jump in. But finally, the Shattered Throne dungeon in Dreaming City should be featured. And the Duality dungeon will be up as well, where we can get the Heart Shadow. And again, dungeons are completely farmable with no loot lockouts when featured. So let us know if you're planning to jump into any of those. The exotic mission in the Legends tab though, this week should be Presage, where we can pick up Dead Man's Tail and all of its upgrades. But finally over to Eternity, with Dares of Eternity, on top of the core loot drops this week we'll get Scatterhorn armor and Wild Hunt armor sets, as well as a bunch of weapons from Season of the Hunt and Worthy as additional random drops. But for the Lost Sectors featured this week, for Tuesday, we should see Metamorphosis in Savathun's Throne World featured, and these might be useful of course for farming exotic engrams if you want to stash any up ahead of the new episode coming next week. On the 29th of January though, we'll get K1 Revelation on the moon, then January 30th will be Bay of Drowned Wishes in the Dreaming City, Chamber of Starlight will follow it on January 31st, and then for February 1st we'll get the Quarry in the EDZ, followed by Extraction Site on February 2nd, and back to the Pale Heart with the Broken Deep for February 3rd. So again, those might be useful if you want to stash up some exotic engrams to pick up the new stuff next week. Very finally though, the Ascendant Challenge this week in the Dreaming City will be Agonarch Abyss, which can be found via the Bay of Drowned Wishes, so that's right next to the spawn in Devalian Mist. It's pretty easy to find, but if you want the location and the collectibles for that one this week, we'll run some footage at the end of the video. And for today guys, that is everything we have to round up in this one. So as always, I hope you found it useful. If you have, a rating below really does help us out on the channel. And also be sure to get subscribed so that I can keep you posted with more Destiny content. I will as always be keeping you posted on the reveals for Revenant this week. So look forward to that and I'll keep you guys up to date. But otherwise, thank you for tuning in and I hope you guys have an awesome day.
The current. You're so deep into the well.
Guardian down.